Hello everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have another Mother's Day card for you. I know we're in the final stretch, but I needed to create a few more, so I thought I would record this one. It's a pretty simple design that can be done quickly, so I thought I would share it. This is the card that we are creating, and we are using the Oh So Succulent bundle. So the Succulent, Oh So Succulent stamp set that was in the Occasions catalog, as well as the Succulent frame lit dies. These should be on the retiring list. I do believe they are still available. It's only while supplies last, so just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and create today's card. The colors that we are using, or ink pads, are the basic black archival, Flirty Flamingo, Peekaboo Peach, and Wild Wasabi. And then for our cardstock layers, I'm using a piece of Flirty Flamingo. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Whisper White that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. A piece of Peekaboo Peach that is cut 1 by 4. And then I have a piece of the Flirty Flamingo Rouged Ribbon. And this is probably about 3 inches. It's just a scrap, really. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with our stamping. So I am going to bring in my piercing mat. I have a scratch piece of paper. I have my Whisper White layer. And I'm going to open my archival black. And we are going to be using these two flowers. We're going to start with the larger one. So I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to come in from the corner, give that a nice press. The archival ink stays a little wetter, so you want to be careful that you don't smudge it. So we're going to stamp this and then give it a little bit of time to dry. And I think I'm going to do one more here at the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp one more large flower on my scrap of Whisper White. This one we are going to die cut shortly, so I just want to have that ready as well. Okay, let me clean my stamp. You'll definitely want to clean the archival off your stamp right away. It does tend to leave it a little bit stained, but that's okay. It's still clean. Now I'm going to bring in that smaller flower, and we're going to do a few of those. And I'm going to go off a little bit. Okay, so now we have two little delicate stamps. Let me see if I can show these to you on the stamp set. So I'm using this little trio of flowers. We're going to do those in the Wild Wasabi, and then I'm also using this flower here that we are going to use as well. I know that's hard to see. You open my Wild Wasabi. Okay, let's see how that looks. Now I'm going to open my Peekaboo Peach as well as my Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to do a few of each of these. Okay, alright, so now with my two ink pads opened, my Flirty Flamingo, my Peekaboo Peach, I have my finger daubers here, and I think we'll start with the Flirty Flamingo, and we're just going to add some color to these flowers. So right now I'm just dabbing into my ink pad and dabbing onto my flower. You want to be sure that archival is dry, and then you can kind of start a circular motion, and you'll definitely see it if it begins to smudge. So that's why I like to dab it first and kind of get some of that color to the paper. Isn't that cool? I love how the black just still really pops out of the flowers even after you've added the color. Okay, let me finish this flower up. That looks good. All right, so we're going to take some snail. Let me get this in camera here. We're going to line that layer up. That looks good. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to take that 1 by 4 inch piece of Peekaboo Peach, and you can see I kind of left a bare spot here, so I want to kind of fit that in, and I might have, yeah, I might have not given myself enough room for my sentiment. Okay, well, we're going to stamp it there anyways. Alright, so for the sentiment we are using the Happy Mother's Day from this set, and I'm going to stamp that in the archival. And on my original I stamped it right above that Peekaboo Peach. So I see I put a flower there, but it's still okay. Alright, and now, so with the Flirty Flamingo, I'm just going to fold this in half, and I'm actually going to take my handheld stapler. This is retired, but if you do have any stapler, that would work. Okay. Alright, and let's go ahead. I'm going to die cut this flower, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is our flower, and then I will just bring back my piercing mat and my scrap, and then you can choose if you want to do your flower in the peach or the peekaboo. I think I'm going to do the peach just to kind of counteract with that ribbon. Alright, so let's leave that there. We can get rid of our piercing mat, and then I am going to use some glue dots on the back of our ribbon. So I'm going to put a couple. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then I'm just going to lay that down. And then we are going to use a couple dimensionals on the back of our flower. Okay, and then we're just going to cover our staple and give our card a nice crease. And there we go. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and for those of you that have the Oh So Succulent bundle, you can try this. If not, be sure to pick that up in my online store while supplies last at theirishscrapper.stampinup.net. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.